Shalom, everyone. I hope that you're doing fantastic. Thanks for joining for just another reading, just at random. We'll just see what comes out here and what's going on. So if you just found me first time, welcome. Glad to have you. My name is Shannon, and I get real sobering energy and information on my channel, real life stuff, and so some of it could be real hard information at times. So if you don't like that kind of stuff, then I won't be your channel. Otherwise, welcome. Those of you who are returning, welcome back. Happy birthday, happy anniversary, and all of that. If you are new, I'm just spiritual, okay? But I do use living language and scripture, and I am calling out to the one and only Elohim that's running the universe, whose name is Jehovah, who is my Yeshua, my salvation in Hebrew. And he is with us. Elohim is with us, which is Emmanuel. And so anyway, but if that's not something that you're looking for, this is where you're going to click off. Otherwise, welcome. Let's get started. Let's look at two energies. Now this could be you and your person, or you and a group, or you and your family member, or however you want to look at it. We'll just look at the collective, whatever you need to understand and know about another type of energy, however you need to take it. Maybe you have two choices to make and you need to look at the energy. So I'll try to pull out as much energy on both sides for any given person, for the Spirit to speak expressively to you. Jehovah, I just thank you for clear, defined messages. Jehovah, just bind, block, and rebuke every foul, demonic, wicked energy, every familiar spirit, anything that can be related to darkness in any nasty type of a way. Shove it down to the pit for it to stay. I thank you for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And Jehovah, I only inquire at your hand and your hand alone. I ask for your wisdom and your knowledge. Please show me two sides of whatever needs to come out for any given person. Any person that is in the wicked side of things, that have no knowledge of... I'm feeling like I don't even know what I'm saying here. So I'm trying to come out of my spirit, people, and I don't even know why it's even come out of my mouth like this. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who has no understanding on the inside. You know, I'm being reminded of something that came out of my spirit, and this is sad. Okay, so I don't take this lightly when energy like this flows to me. So if you're new, I feel all kinds of stuff as part of my gifting that way. I'll put spirit in a box, and whatever, Jehovah knows who's watching this. Okay, he knows who's going to click on this or find this video. Even if it's been 5 years down the road, I don't know who's going to watch this video, but Jehovah does. He knows everything. But I had the word void come out this morning, but hold on, I'm getting scattered here. Maybe that's why something is void, because something's so freaking scattered. So like I'm saying, if you are new, I feel energy, and so sometimes I don't know how to relay it, and it's probably because that's how the other party's feeling. They're somebody's scattered, and they feel there's a void somewhere. There's literally just a freaking void somewhere. I mean, they don't know. I'm feeling like, because I did a reading this morning, and we had all kinds of freaking swords there, and Jehovah shut the door on somebody today that over and over and over and over, he's given chance after chance after chance to fix something, and they wouldn't, and he through my spirit, he just literally say that person don't have no chances anymore. There is no door for them. They're standing at the door, knocking, and they're grinding their teeth, and they're gnashing their teeth, and they don't know what to do. And because they didn't know how to escape by peace, really, somebody's gone. It's sad, and I'm feeling like there's just somebody that I'm talking to, and you're just biding your time for whatever reason. Why? That energy is really, it's sad to me. I feel like I'm talking to. You know, the scripture, we get a lot about the flood that comes out. Let me just go here. We get a lot about the flood that comes out. And I really feel like I'm speaking to, and I've talked about this before. We know that the death card is the mem, which goes back to the flood, and rain came because of the flood the first time ever, right? And I feel like I'm talking to a giant that is getting judged now, that has come out of the water. And I had spoken on this channel before that a couple years back I tuned into a movie that I ran across, and they were showing just that, spirits coming up out of the water. And you know, I'm being reminded of the book of Revelation stated that, you know, and we know that we're in the judgment, which goes right back to the 8th house that we just came out of. That the dead and the living were going to be judged. And I know that Jehovah is using this channel for just that, to help people wake up and to hurry up and get things right, because we only have a little space of time, people, and then that's it. Then the door shuts and that's it. And that's the flood. That's the ark. People getting into the ark, and not many people made it last. Only 8 people made it, people. Only 8. And I feel like there's somebody watching me, and they're just, they don't even know what to do, because the door's already been shut on them, and the rain's falling, and the storms are coming, and they're being washed away. And it's a shame. And some people, if you are in the upright like I am, it's heartbreaking to know that, you know, I've said this before, when Noah was on the boat with his family, I'm sure that was just devastating to look out of the boat, to see all them people that were banging and banging and banging, let us in, it's raining, it's raining, it's raining. And he couldn't, because it stated that Jehovah shut the door. That's huge energy, people. You know, he preached for 100 years that it was going to rain, and people just, like I said, on another reading that I did maybe about a month ago, I was talking about this, and people said, well, you said that last year. Oh, you said that 20 years ago, Noah. You said that 50 years ago. You said that 80 years ago. You said that 99 years ago and three hours ago. And then the next day, here came the rain. But that's how merciful the divine has been to people that just sit there. And one of the readings that I did today was the Queen of Pentacles was there, and the Two of Pentacles, and the Fool, and the Tower was there. And somebody's going back and forth, back and forth. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And because they just go back and forth, wouldn't make them up a decision, or was exchanging with somebody else. The word that came out on that was, it's time. And so you ain't going to make a decision. Jehovah's going to, because the Tower is the divine knocking the thing down. That's huge energy coming out, and something's void now for somebody. Nope. You don't. I wrote void. And the earth became null and void. And here we are again. And we are either going to straighten up, or you are lost in the sin, in the sea. It's this disgusting energy. Is people just wouldn't forgive something, or did something, wouldn't forgive themselves and confess something, and just be released just like that. It cost them anyway in the end. And so anyway, people, if you are at the sound of my voice and you know you've got to do something, you've just been back and forth because you're afraid of some type of maybe even law or something like that, Jehovah will work it out for you. He really will work it out for you. What are you going to do? You know, obviously, I'm dealing with giants that have come up out of the water from the last time around. They're being judged, and now they're going to be, annihilated. However that's going to go, whatever Jehovah's going to do with all that stuff. So you're either judging or being judged right now. It's huge. Anyway, so whoever that's for, this offset of what this reading is going to be about. I'm just bringing that out because it's come through my spirit. And, some of these people are family members that just wouldn't do the right thing. And people that sit there watch somebody knowing that they're freaking suffering, something's wrong. They're already gone. They're gone. The floods already came and taken them away. They're just sitting there watching things. They don't have no emotion anymore. And some people are back and forth because they still are having a conversation with somebody, and their emotions are attached to that, and that emotion is going to cause you to lose out too, not realizing that person's gone, honey. That person not come back. It's huge energy. It really is. Anyway, let's get started. Jehovah, show me two sides of things. So we have the Eight of Cups, and that's watery stuff, and that's things that have been emotional, okay, and invested in. And yes, a desire to freaking just move on. Or I'm ready to get through this myself. The 8 goes back to secrets. It goes back to the 8th house of where the flood can be found. And look, it literally looks like a spirit is coming up out of the water itself as well. It's amazing to me how Jehovah just brings something out even visually for us to see, to back up what he's saying through me. And it's huge, people. And it is time to get through this floody stuff and move on. And just, if you know somebody's just been stubborn, won't do something, and they know that they should have, it's time for you to move on. Honey, it's time for you to move on from that person. They've done what they've done, and it is what it is. Okay, Judgment Day is here. So on one side, though, somebody is moving on, and it's showing that, or they're at least desiring to. And you need to not fear. You need to get up and go get your wish fulfillment, because it will be here. It's near. It's now. Okay. Remember, between Genesis 1 and 2, when the whole earth became void, it stated the Spirit hovered over the waters, and he spoke, "Let there be light." Okay, so that energy of the flood, where the death energy is, which is the mem, is dark energy, right? But we also do find the light, because we see a resurrection there, and we're in the resurrection, and judgment is appearing here. And so you either are alive and being in that judgment state and being able to move on and just accepting some things that have taken place, or you're the dead getting judged, and then you're drowned for eternity, and the smoke of you can go up and up and all that stuff. It can only go two ways, people. But I know that I am speaking to a spirit that is gone, and that spirit is devastated. That spirit it's devastated because it knows. The devil knows. And we're even told the devil knew that his time was short. And the devil's a man, people. He's a man that couldn't pass the test. Are you going to get in the boat and let Jehovah shut the door so that you're protected? Or you're going to be knocking on the door and say, "Let me in now. No, let me in now." And now it's too late for some people. It's too late. They thought they were shoving somebody else away, but actually what they did was they all got washed away with a bunch of people, and the few in number was the one who got protected. Because you walking in a lie, you sure don't get to live, you die. Show me the other side. Actually, yeah, there's foolishness here. Bad foolishness. The fool was in the reverse. That's real bad foolishness. And this is a restart, people. It is. Actually, Yahweh just wants me to leave this here. This message here. That fool was in that reading that I was just telling you guys about. The tower and the fool. Somebody got a restart because they couldn't finish the cycle the way that it should have been. Because it's the first card of the deck. But they're real foolish. It was in the reverse, man. This is the top. This is the mark. This is, signing a signature. The mark of the beast. And somebody took it. And we know the beast goes into the water where the dragon is. It's huge energy, people, coming out of me today. Please listen. If you know that you need to say something, you need to go do it and take care of it quickly. Because the door is shutting. It really is shutting on some people. Huge. Now, the earth is established forever, but Jehovah's spiritually doing some stuff. Okay? Some people are searing themselves, and they're going to be twice dead. And then they're just going to operate in the earth and be the walking dead. Okay? But some people are burning from within in a very big spiritual way because of their pride and ego and all that kind of crap. Okay, something's led. Something is being led prophetically. Okay, so you do what you need to do and do it quickly. Okay, some people already played the role of Judas, and it cost them. And Judas went out, ended up hanging himself, and his whole guts just came out of him, and he was cursed. for 30 pieces of silver. People want the money, and it didn't pay off. It just don't pay off. So anyway, I hope this at least blessed you enough to realize what hour we are in, and things are real floody right now, going on in a very spiritual way. And obviously you're spiritual to some degree. You believe spirituality to some degree. You wouldn't be clicking in on this video, okay? If you ain't realized that the great one exists by now on my channel, then you're already gone. You missed it, I guess. But I am talking to somebody who's already got void written across them. That's horrible. That's horrible. That's a shame. But at the same time, we're going to rejoice that finally the divine's going to wipe our tears away once this is over with, people. Get up and move on. Even from people that you know, they're nasty all the time. They don't want to change. It's time for you to get up and walk away now. It's going to cost you in the end. Shalom.